Okay, this is for U.S. history. We are still talking about William Sherman and his march on Savannah. So William Tecumseh Sherman was born in Ohio. His birth was on February of 1820. His father gave him the middle name in tribute. It was a tribute to the Shawnee chief, Indian chief, Tecumseh. A relative later wrote that Sherman's father always defended the name he gave his son. A relative said Tecumseh was a great warrior. Sherman enrolled at the West Point Academy in 1836. West Point was the academy for military officers. He finished sixth in his class. Sherman traveled with California Colonel Richard Barnes Mason. The year was 1848. He and Mason surveyed future cities like Sacramento. Sherman accepted a role as a superintendent at the Louisiana State University Military Academy after failed business ventures. The South seceded from the Union in 1861, and Sherman moved to the North later that year. He did this after his resignation and the South seceded. To secede means to break away from something. The Civil War broke out in the United States in April of 1861. Sherman fought for the Union. In July of 1861, he and his Union army were defeated when he was a colonel. This was during the First Battle of Bull Run. He was assigned in December of 1861 to Ulysses S. Grant. This was during the Battle of Shiloh. The Battle of Shiloh was from April until May 1862. Sherman was promoted to Major General of the Union because of his bravery in battle. After defeating Confederates in the Battle of Chattanooga in 1863, the 15th of November brought destruction to the city of Atlanta by Sherman and the Union troops. The city was razed to the ground. To raze something means to level something by fire. Sherman and his troops then completed the March to the Sea, which was a destructive path by Sherman to the city of Savannah. He destroyed avenues of supplies of the Confederates. The South surrendered on the 9th of May in 1865. The Civil War ended at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. He was responsible for coordinating campaigns. Sherman became the commanding general of the United States Army in 1869. He was responsible for coordinating campaigns. These were designed to force Native Americans to Western reservations. Sherman died in February 1891. Okay, so this is just a little background on Sherman. We're going to keep discussing him for the next day or two because he is the one that really wins the war, the Civil War for the North. He really destroys the South's infrastructure, and anything they can do, he has already thought of and destroyed it. Please remember that the third market period is now over. It has been over for a little while now. The fourth market period, all these grades that we've been doing for the last 2 weeks are for the fourth market period. That being said, please make sure you do the multiple choice questions for this reading, and I will see you tomorrow.